Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us this evening for our amazing, getting to hear two testimonials tonight. And so we're super excited to have my new friend, Deanna, come on. And just know whoever invited you to the call tonight must really care about you to want you to know about this technology. We are truly just watching miracles, the Lord do miracles in people's lives. That's the cool thing, is that this is all the Lord. This is what he put in our bodies. We just have an amazing scientist, inventor, and founder who studies the way God does things and supports that. And so God ultimately gets all the glory. And so we love being able to share this because of that, for certainly. This last part will be for 30 minutes. And if you're new, just sit back and just listen to these amazing stories. It's just so much fun. We're going to start with our medical disclaimer. What we're going to be sharing tonight is for informational purposes only. The products that we discuss are not intended to treat, cure, diagnose, or prevent any dis-ease. If you are on medications or have medical conditions or are pregnant or nursing, just like with embarking on any new health regimen, diet, or fitness program, please make sure to check with your preferred healthcare practitioner first. And with that, I am going to bring on my new friend, Deanna, and let her tell her story. So Deanna, if you just want to start with why you decided to start using the technology.
Well, a friend came to me and was quite certain that I would be interested, and I am pretty interested in almost anything natural and holistic, and I'll try just about anything if it's from a trusted friend. And so I ordered them right then. I knew I needed them, but I did not know really how much, what was going to happen, how much they would help, and how fast they would help. So
Yeah.
I was very happy with that.
Yes, yes, absolutely. And you own a massage therapy business and have multiple massage therapists, right?
Correct.
Yeah, and it's Genesis. Your business
Genesis
is called
Massage Studio.
Genesis Massage Studio. That's awesome. So she's here kind of a little bit outside of Tulsa, Oklahoma. So if you're in this area, you definitely want to check her out. She's got multiple modalities at her massage studio. It's fantastic, cutest little place ever. So definitely want to check her out. And now she's being able to offer her clients this technology as well. So once you started on the technology, tell us about what you experienced.
Well, the first thing was pretty big, probably the biggest actually, and definitely the most sudden. I got my packages or my patches on a Wednesday. I was off work that week, and I sat down and opened them up and wasn't real sure what to do with them exactly, but I just put one on my, the back of my neck, and I am not exaggerating when I say this, but I could literally feel all the busyness just kind of leave my head, like busyness that I didn't even know was there
Yeah,
until it's gone. And
that's
then
amazing.
it was just peaceful after that. And I'm just sitting in my chair thinking, what just happened? You know,
Yes.
and then I think I texted Carla at that point, but it was just so odd, but it was so obvious. It was almost a physical feeling, but it
Mhm.
was just emotional stress leaving my body,
Yeah.
and it has not returned.
Praise the Lord. That's
Yes,
awesome. Praise the Lord.
yes.
And
But
then, so that was how many days that you had that on?
that was the first day, and that was instant. So then that evening, um, I slept better. I got deeper sleep. I slept better. Backing up a little bit, so my eyes have burned like dry eyes for years. Yet I didn't have dry eyes and could never really figure out what it was. So it's kind of made me feel tired all the time because my eyes were burning, but it
Mhm.
was 24/7. It never went away. So that night I got better sleep, deeper sleep, and I woke up the next day and my eyes were not burning.
Oh,
Um, they did get a little bit, that evening, a little that dry feeling, burning feeling. The next night I slept even better and woke up that following day, no burning in my eyes, and I've literally had no burning in my eyes since then. Which
amazing.
which yeah, which just just makes you feel better if you don't
Absolutely.
if you don't feel tired. So you're
Hmm.
more motivated. I am more motivated, less brain fog. Um, it, it's just been a lot
Yeah.
quickly.
Yes, that's amazing. And wasn't there a day that you were moving a bunch of stuff too, and you felt like your energy was so much better?
Yes, I know my energy was better that day because I um, had unplanned visit to the hospital with a friend, spent the night with her, was up, every hour with her as the nurses and doctors came in and out, slept in a chair, fully expected to feel horrible the next day
Right.
because you just do sleeping in those chairs in a
Right.
hospital. Um,
Right.
so I didn't get much sleep. I did get up that next day. When I left, I came back to work and I literally had to empty my entire office, everything out of it into the lobby, to get one shelf out. And then, so we got that shelf out, we took it home, we came back, put everything in, and I just did so much that day. And I wasn't sleepy. I
Yeah.
wasn't wore out from the hospital visit. I didn't have anything that I expected. I actually had what I didn't expect was all that energy and motivation because it was a big job I was actually procrastinating on. So got it done. And yeah, and
Yeah.
it's pretty amazing actually what it's done for
Yes.
me in such a
Yes.
short time.
Yes, for sure. So how long have you been wearing the technology now?
I believe I'm on month 4.
Okay.
Yeah. And, I have less joint stiffness overall, especially in my neck. I mean, I just had constant neck issues. Just a less inflammation. Even my own massages, when I get a massage, they're not near as painful because that inflammation it's kind of a different kind of pain, and it can really, you don't enjoy a massage when you have that pain. I don't
Yeah.
have that pain anymore, and so I can actually reap the benefit of the massage and enjoy it, where it's been
Yes.
years since I've been able to do that.
Yeah. That's amazing.
Yeah,
That's huge.
yeah, it is.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Yes.
Yeah, so
So,
I will just always wear these. I don't see myself not, honestly.
yeah.
Time will tell, but I'm in love with them right now.
Absolutely. Yes. And that's just it, is that our bodies, we are only all headed in one direction. The aging process takes every single one of us in the same direction. And this is the only technology that's not just anti-aging, but truly age reversal. And so the fact that, you have better sleep, your eyes have been burning for years, they're not burning anymore. You don't feel tired all the time. Your joint stiffness is significantly reduced and your inflammation is way down to where you can, get a massage. And enjoy it. That's huge. And then the whole thing about like that, what a miracle to put on a patch and instantly you feel peace and this calmness, it emotionally affecting you emotionally, in the very first day. That's not common. So everybody who's listening, that's not a common, thing. But I mean, we don't know what it's going to do for you, right? So it's like, well, just keep patching until you get your miracle. Thankfully, Deanna's just started really quickly, which is fantastic. But just if yours don't start really quickly, it doesn't mean it's not going to start at some point. And so we see that happen all the time for people as well, is that you just need to be consistent, wear it consistently, stick with it consistently, and things will definitely start happening. So what an absolute blessing, Deanna. That's just amazing. Here you are, this amazing giver to all of your clients, and then for you to receive peace and emotional peace and brain quieting down. That's what an absolute blessing. I'm so glad for you.
Yeah, I am very happy, and yeah, I can't thank Carla enough for telling me about him, for her running into you, all of that. I mean, because it's been a game changer, absolute game changer.
Yes. So what do you tell your clients then when you're working with them and you talk to them about this technology?
Well, it seems like most recently they've overheard me. I've had more people overhear me talking to someone who's possibly already on it. Like that happened this evening before we closed. Um, but I just tell them exactly what it does for me because I do go into, the stem cell, the copper peptide, that talk, but mostly I just tell him what it's done for me, and I tell him this has been life changing for me. Give him a brochure and tell them to do their own research. I don't hound them or anything because it sells itself. I don't need to.
Right,
Um, so
exactly.
yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
it's just that simple, actually.
Yes, absolutely. And then do you patch anybody as well? Put patches on them while they're in your office?
I have, not necessarily in my office, but I have given some clients and sold some patches to them. Um, and there have been immediate results with one in particular, and then there's not, you know.
Right.
Um,
Hmm.
I've learned to be a little careful about my testimony because not everybody gets to experience that, you know.
Right.
Um,
Yes.
but that was amazing for me, and that's how I tell people. So I do have to back up just a little bit, and then explain, that might not happen. You might not have that in your head that needs out. So,
Right. Yes.
um, but yeah, I've had several people try it, and it's gone, both ways. They can't feel
Yeah.
anything, or they've had some type of experience pretty quick.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And yeah, that's just it, is that everybody's body's different and this is
Mhm.
completely natural. And so depending on what their body has in the way, it can take time to move things around and adjust, to where someone then finally does feel it. Or they could even be a person like my husband who I mean, it has helped him sleep better. But other than that, like he feels nothing, he doesn't notice anything, and he's got to see it in the test results. So I always encourage people, to give it 6 to 12 months to really give it enough time. Because again, this is natural. This is not a quick fix. This is not something that is just instantaneously, going to happen for everybody. And so you need to give your body the time that it needs to have those test results so you can actually see what it's doing for you on the inside. So my husband definitely across the board in his test results have had positive changes, everywhere, which is fantastic. And so, but he doesn't feel anything. And so the fact of the matter is that with that 96% effectiveness rate, comes the fact ultimately that it's always working in your body. If for some reason there's something going on that's not working, then that, we need to talk through that. But getting those test results to see that it is actually working makes a huge difference. And that's why it's so important that you don't stop patching until you get your miracle. And your body needs time. It needs time to turn on GHK copper peptide so that it can get up and get working. And that's the other thing, is that GHK copper peptide, so peptides in the body have a compounding effect in their ability to work, continue to work more and more and have more availability to go across the body and do what needs to take place. So the longer people utilize this technology, the more and more regenerative cells that are going to get up and active on your behalf, having the body's ability then to correct different things in whatever it's going on with it. And your body works more in a triage effect. So it's going to go to a place that you need for life. So if you don't know you have anything going on in your heart or in your brain or your lungs or your stomach or whatever, it can go to all those heart and brain places that you don't feel. You don't even know anything's going on. But if we have something going on in our heart or our brain, we absolutely 110% want it to have support and want our bodies to be able to have things that they need so that we don't end up with some sort of heart issue or brain issue or whatever it might be. So that's why long term is so huge, and allowing that compounding effect for GHK copper peptide to really get up and running and functioning in the body over and over, for longer periods of time. And I feel like there's so many people that I see that have been on this, for several years now, that I just feel like every time I see them, especially in person, I feel like they look better. I mean, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 10 years. I'm always like, oh my gosh, I can't, these people really they really look good. So, for their actual chronological age, which is amazing. So, and just the fact of there's a lot of people that if you don't have an issues list, like all these issues, that you can go in and get, biologic testing done, for your blood work to show what age you are biologically. And there are 50-year-olds that now their blood work says that they're 25. So they didn't have any issues that needed to be worked on. They were very, very healthy. They took care of themselves and their health for a long period of time. And so their body truly has the ability to reset it to that younger, healthier age. And in their blood work, it's saying they're 25. So that's amazing. That's another reason to just keep patching for sure. So anything else you'd like to add, Deanna?
I don't think so, other than don't procrastinate. Don't wait.
Yeah,
Try them. You
absolutely.
don't know until you try.
Yes, absolutely. And how many do you mind sharing with us how many years young you are?
Well, I just turned 59 this last weekend.
Amazing, y'all. Look at her. She does not look anywhere close to 59. You're beautiful. That's
Thanks.
amazing. Yes. Energy. Yes, that's fantastic. That is,
Yes,
well, which you've taken care of yourself. You've done all these other modalities. You've used massage therapy. And so it makes a difference, right?
it
To
does.
invest in our health is very important. It is an investment and it is for the long haul, that we want to feel good every single day that the Lord leaves us here on this earth. We want to be able to operate with vitality and joy and energy. And that's why we have to invest in our health. And so all the modalities are fantastic and important to use. And would you say there's anything else, any type of modality that you've seen make this quick of change and results in people before?
Oh, absolutely not. And I've tried a lot of things
Mm.
in my in
Yes.
my in the past 15 years, mainly when I've been in this business. So yeah, no,
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah. Yes, that's what's amazing because it's the body working the way that it was designed and everything else gets out of the way. So when you take something exogenously or you use an injection or something like that, there's all these processes that the body has to go through to even be able to use those things. Whereas this skips all of those processes entirely because it's all based on light and turning on that switch. So truly amazing. So this is an FDA recognized and compliant general wellness product. It's a class 1 medical device. This is what they look like. You were just using X39 when you started, right, Deanna?
Yes.
Have you started using any of the other patches yet?
I'm using the Eon and the X39. That's the only two I've ever used. I used the X39 for only probably the first month, maybe six
Yeah,
weeks. I'm not even real sure.
yeah.
But I was just kind of wowed by that, and I didn't want to bring anything else into it. I wanted to see what that alone was going to do for me, and
Mhm.
it just did so much. Then I just kind of started using that Eon as well.
Absolutely. Did you notice any changes with the Eon then when you added that?
I so I've just kind of experimented with that one. I haven't noticed anything just as obvious as, what I did with the X39 in the beginning, but I kind of use it as a pain patch a little bit. So I have
Mhm.
a chronic area in my thoracic spine that just kind of bothers me all the time. It's just bad enough to be annoying. And I've gotten to where I put that Eon patch just right in that area. And I mean, within seconds, it's gone.
Yeah.
It may kind of come back throughout the day depending on what I'm doing,
Right.
but then it's way more under control and managed and doesn't bother me near as much as it used to. And that's kind of what
Yeah.
I'm doing with it right now. That's about it.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you want to wear both the X39 and the Eon, you can even stack them on top of each other and just put them both right on that spot. And then maybe, it wouldn't necessarily come back. That's an option to try. But also I think it's important for people to know that when you put a patch on and you get that result to where it feels better and then it comes back during the day, well, most likely you're working, you're doing your stuff, you're doing all your things. So you're still aggravating that area. So it's basically like you just keep hitting it with the baseball bat, and want there to not be pain. So when you continue to aggravate it, yeah, the pain will come back eventually, throughout the day. It's definitely highly possible for that. So it's not like the technology is not working. It is working, but you just keep hitting it with the baseball bat. So
Right.
you can't expect, for it to be gone the whole day. But in our heads, we think, well, it should have stayed gone because it was gone. Well, no, if you're not resting it, sure, if you were resting it, then, it probably wouldn't have come back. But that's important to know too. But just hopefully over time, just as the inflammation comes down, which is what I saw in my back too, is that I don't have a bunch of pain there. There's no issues there. Now, of course, because I had so many back issues and they were so bad and so awful, I still always wear patches on my back, because if it decides to rear its ugly head, I want it to have something going, oh, no, 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 we're not going to start this today. So I still wear patches on my back because am like, no, I just can't, I don't want to go back to that kind of pain. So, anyway, so that's awesome. Thank you for sharing that. So class 1 medical device, completely non-transdermal. There's nothing entering the body. So no chemicals, no drugs, no stimulants. There's nothing going into the body. It's all through your own body's infrared light. This is medical grade plastic, completely hypoallergenic. It's extremely affordable. Again, the comparison would be a stem cell injection, and that's not a great comparison. And I'll explain that here in a minute. I already told you 96% effectiveness rate, which is crazy. 200 patents, over 90 clinical studies. So you can go and Google GHK copper peptide. There's 13 pages on PubMed of GHK copper peptide. There's over 50 years of research. So the science here is very foundational and backed significantly, where it's that this is what GHK copper peptide does in the body, is these types of results. So it works through light therapy, photobiomodulation, which is just a big word for light making change in the body. When you step out into the sun and the sun hits your skin, it tells your body to make vitamin D. That vitamin D then goes and does what it was designed to do in the body. And so this works the same way. So that sun is like a light switch turning on that vitamin D. This patch is now our light switch. We emit a low-grade infrared light throughout our bodies. How you know this is when you watch a movie and they're looking through night vision goggles and they're talking about a heat signature. Scientifically, that's a low-grade infrared light that comes out of us everywhere. So that hits the center of this patch that is shaped in a crystal lattice structure of organic amino acids and salts. So it's like a mirror. It hits that structure, goes back into the body, flipping that light switch, telling GHK copper peptide to go and do what it was already designed to do in the body. So we wear them 12 hours on. We put them on in the morning when we get up. We take them off at night when we go to bed. The next day we put on a brand new patch. GHK copper peptide will tell regenerative cells to start getting up and working again. It's why we're talking about not just anti-aging, but true age reversal, because those regenerative cells now that are just stopped working because of the aging process, we're like, nope, we're still alive. We need you to get up and get working. So they start working on our behalf again. It supports your entire cardiovascular system. So your heart, your blood vessels, the lining of your blood vessels. It supports your brain. So you heard Deanna talk about how it's not just the fogginess in her brain or anxiety or depression, even though we see all of those things lift. For her, experiencing true peace and emotional balance. How many people would give their right arm to feel like their brain was at peace and emotionally balanced? That's a game changer for people. That right there it can be such an amazing blessing for people. And so I love that so very much. Your collagen in your body, not just hair, skin, and nails, but your collagen is literally the glue that holds you together. So your muscles, your tendons, your ligaments, your cartilage, all of these things are made up of collagen. So that is so important. The collagen and the regenerative cells begin to decline as we age at about the same rate. So by the time we're 30, half of our regenerative cells no longer work properly. The same is true for collagen. By the time we're 60, we only have about 10% that's working on our behalf. So between those ages, you can see all the breakdown that people have in their life. And so now those things start to work together. And so when you have that amazing combination of collagen and regenerative cells, it truly can change things in the body, not to mention your other major systems like your heart, like your brain. And then, of course, the support for your immune system. We are coming into cold, season to where everybody, doesn't want to get, sickness or doesn't want to have it for very long. This technology, GHK copper peptide, helps to turn on the immune system so that it will start to work properly and you'll have more benefits with your immune system, which is truly amazing. So I always tell people, I think I talked about this earlier, 6 to 12 months. I think I did say that. You want to give it enough time to really see what it's going to do for you. We hope and pray that you will have results as fast as Deanna. That is not common. Mm-hmm. That is not common. But the thing is that it is always working in your body. And so you need to trust the process, be willing to invest in your health. And if it takes enough time to where you go back in and have those test results done, then so be it. You're going to have help in that way. So just truly phenomenal. Hydration is key. Water is always key, which I know Deanna is constantly telling her clients. They get a massage. You have to drink lots of water today. This is the process. This is what you have to do. Your body's now detoxing. It's ready. We move stuff around. The lymphatic system is moving, and we need to clear that out. So water and hydration is going to do that. The same is true for this technology. For anything with your health, hydration is always going to be key. For any type of health benefits to come your way in any modality, hydration is always key. So that's always going to be important as well. So thank you so much, Deanna. Is there anything else that you would like to add tonight?
No, I think that's probably it.
Okay, awesome. Well, we so appreciate you. Please know that your story is going to bless so many people. And I'm just so excited to see how many people, the Lord blesses, you with, and being able to use this technology with, and just getting to hear story after story. And we're so excited that you're just along this journey, sharing it with everyone as well. So it's going to be super fun to get to hear more and more testimonies. So thank you. Thank you so much for being on tonight and being willing to share with us. So, and with that, thank you everyone for joining us tonight. Thank you for doing this special evening of 2 testimonials. We just appreciate you all. And ultimately, we pray blessing over each and every one of you. Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, God bless.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Great job, Nikki.
Thank you.